What business has taught me as an artist, part 2, people skills. So there's a lot to unpack here. We can talk about first impressions, how to carry yourself in an interview/audition, charisma, negotiating. It's an ongoing process of learning, trying things out, seeing what works for you. But one thing that I've learned that I want to talk about here is the phrase, the customer is always right. So of course this doesn't mean that the customer is always right, but it does mean that us as artists want to make the people that are coming to see our art have the most pleasant experience they can have, within ethical and moral boundaries, of course. Remember that you are creating your art out of yourself, of course, but you want to show it to someone and you want that person to enjoy it as it is meant to be enjoyed. This means sometimes having to swallow your pride, even if you're right. Try to do the right thing for those people or that person. I can give you an example for when I worked in a hotel. We used to do our main show, but before our main show we used to do like a show for kids, and it was just 2 people on stage, and there was a part where we used to call children to the stage, and I think we used to call 5 children to the stage. But of course when we say, okay, now we're gonna call someone from the audience, millions of kids come rushing up to the stage. Given our safety rules, we couldn't have a lot of people on stage, right? Especially because the stage was really tall in that hotel, and we were just 2 people on stage, so it could be dangerous if there's too many kids on stage. One of those days, we had the 5 people on stage, and I stopped the following kids from coming on stage. I said, okay, we have 5. And those kids went. We continued the show, and then at the end of the show, a lady came up to me and said, you know, you made my granddaughter cry. And I said, I'm sorry, how, when? And she said, you didn't let her go on stage. She was crying, and she hasn't stopped crying. Of course, then I could have gone, I was just following the rules, I was just doing my job, or we couldn't have more kids on stage, but that wouldn't make that conversation go any smoother. It wouldn't make the lady happier, it wouldn't make the kid happier. So I said, I'm so sorry, I heard her, she wanted to be heard, she expressed herself, she was angry, she was frustrated, and I kept saying, I understand, I'm so sorry, we can let her come on stage tomorrow. And then I went backstage and I got a few stickers that we have from the hotel, and it came out again, and I went to the kid and I said, I'm so sorry that you didn't got to come on stage today. Here are a few stickers from us, but tomorrow you'll come on stage. And she stopped crying. She was super happy. The family was super happy. And then from then on, she used to come every night to see us, to see our shows later in the evening. They gave us a great review. They come up and talk to us.